Filipinos' access to the internet is just as important as food and shelter. Such is its impact that in June 2016, the United Nations Human Rights Council has declared that internet access is now a basic human right. According to Internet Live stats, the Philippines has the 15th largest internet user population. But despite this number, the Philippines still faces problems with its internet infrastructure, such as the insufficient number of cell sites to support everyone online. Compared to our Asian neighbors, the Philippines only has 17,800 cell sites, with a user per site ratio of 3,753 Filipinos per cell site. This low number of cell sites and high number of users results to the slowing down of internet connection.
So I have been on record to talk about our national shame with respect to the number of cell sites that the country has. But the infrastructure to support that is quite interesting. In the third quarter of 2018, an independent consultant, TowerExchange.com, they say the Philippines has barely 18,000 cell sites, which is actually true. But can you imagine a Bangladesh or a Pakistan with a smaller population and a lower GDP per capita having more cell sites than the Philippines? And I'm not talking even about Thailand and Vietnam. And Vietnam is a good benchmark. 18,000 versus 90,000 sites. There's no real comparison.
Among the challenges of building a cell site in the country is the lengthy permit applications of local government units, requiring 25 permits that takes up to 8 months to complete. Add to that some uncooperative stakeholders.
There really isn't any mechanism to make sure that permits are granted in a predictable, consistent, and of course time-bound way. For example, if anyone objects to a cell site being put up in a neighborhood because of some so-called and unfounded health fears, the whole thing stops. The most advanced countries, thinking about 5G, knowing that even they have to increase the number of sites, the local governments in fact have taken upon themselves to be the ones to build cell sites in lampposts, in many other neighborhoods, because they know that more dense cell site network is important going forward. But in the Philippines, I think everyone, from government, national and local, the agencies to companies, really have to come together and have the political will and courage to say, we will have to put significantly more.
But even with this monumental task, one of the country's biggest telecommunications company remains steadfast with its commitment in providing fast and reliable first-world internet connectivity for every Filipino. Barangay Bonbon in Cebu City is one of the many mountainous regions in the country. Though blessed with rich natural resources such as fertile lands for agriculture, the terrain of Barangay Bonbon made it difficult for its residents to have access to stable internet and mobile connection.
Ug aning globe lisod kay na mo diri kay parte sa among mga emergency. So typhoon wa gyud mi kuan sa among barangay dili mi ka abot ug na yung emergency dili mi ka kuan sa among mga parinti.
Used to be considered as a dead spot, the residents of Barangay Bonbon are often left behind on important news advisories such as incoming typhoons and disasters due to their problematic and unstable mobile reception. So, just to remain in the know, Barangay Chairman Eduardo Cabriana pays a habal-habal rider 50 pesos, who then travels 2 to 3 kilometers to get to the next barangay just to get a clear signal and receive news updates.
Dili mi ka atong syudad. Ang cellphone ako ko'y pada sa driver sa balhabal. Pang signal ito.
While other residents chose to brave climbing trees just to scavenge the faintest of mobile reception.
Akyat ko ng puno ng niyog. Makahanap lang ng signal. Sa kaibigan ko, nandun sa syudad.
A huge number of residents of Barangay Bonbon rely on farming as their main source of livelihood. But without internet and mobile connection, the farmers of Barangay Bonbon find it difficult to sell their produce to a larger market, greatly affecting their livelihood potential.
Napakahirap talaga nung wala pang signal, gawa ng may mga suki kami na minsan di naka-order, gawa ng wala nga signal, pupunta pa dito. Tapos pagdating nila dito, wala na kami bulaklak. Yung ibang suki namin, wala na, wala lang, milipat na lang na iba. Kaya yun, talaga napakahirap talaga.
But things started to look up for the residents of Barangay Bonbon as just this month, the telecommunications company, in partnership with the local government unit, put up a temporary cell site in their area which can integrate 2G and 3G signals. This breakthrough gave the residents, especially the farmers, access to mobile internet as well as a strong mobile signal for communication and connectivity.
Doon sa bahay namin, sabi ng anak ko, pa, parang nasira yata yung cellphone natin. Punong-puno signal na. Parang pati 3G meron eh.
Thanks to the cell site, farmers can now directly sell their products to their customers instead of going through middlemen, increasing their income capabilities twofold.
Malaking tulong talaga itong signal sa loob sa aming negosyo. Talagang nadagdagan yung kita namin, gawa ng mga namin, nagdagan din yung mga suki namin na pupunta dito.
The internet and mobile signal provided by the cell site also made it easier for the students of Barangay Bonbon as they now can do their homework and schoolwork more efficiently.
Nung wala pa signal, pupunta pa sila doon sa taas lagi ng bundok doon sa likod namin. Minsan nag-aalala ako, gawan na minsan hating gabi na. Sabi ko, ba't pupunta pa kayo doon sa kuwan? Paano kami makapag-search pa? Sabi noon ako. Ngayon napakalaga ng tulong. Pero na ang kuwan, signal, nakapag-search na sila.
Well, we try to add more cell sites to begin with. We haven't given up. In fact, every year we keep setting records for the number of new sites that we add. Last year we set a record versus 2017. This year we will set another record trying to double the number of cell sites despite all of the difficulties that we have with permits and other obstacles. When you think about all of those improvements, it really requires everyone to participate and understand what the root causes are.
According to the 2016 We Are Social report, we spend at least 5.2 hours a day surfing the web. Whether it be for connectivity, staying informed, or for business, the potential and power of the internet to change lives cannot be overstated enough.
If you think about digital economy as well as mobile economy, the benefits of infrastructure and all of the surrounding ecosystem are undeniable. They improve job creation. Of course, there's a contribution to economic growth. On top of that, of course, mobile and digital very important for digital inclusion as well as for mobile and financial inclusion as well. So all of those are very well studied. It's undeniable. They keep growing year on year. And the Philippines has been at the forefront of that.
And right after the installation of one of the country's biggest telecommunication companies' cell site tower at Barangay Bonbon, Cebu City last month, its residents are now enjoying the benefits of having a fast, reliable, and modern internet connection. Especially the farmers who can now transact easier with their customers, boosting their market audience and profit. Among those who now reap the benefits of the internet in their area is farmer Joel Hernani.
Gikan pa mi gamay bata pa, antod naminyo nami. Naminyo nako. Moy akong gibuhi sa akong pamilya ang pagpanguma. Mayo na karon kay kuhaon naman mi dire. Among produkto din kuhaon naman di tawgan naman na namo dito ang kanang buyer. Maro mi kuha dire.
Before having internet and mobile signal reception, Joel and his fellow farmers had to travel 30 minutes to get to the nearest town just to be able to sell their produce. But with the internet at their disposal, Joel and his fellow farmers can now earn a decent and proper income for their families.
Karon og sa una, mas nindot na ron kay manawag ra man mi dito. Ari naman sila. Kontra kami sa una, kami may mobaligya rin dito sa kuan, merkado.
Being situated at a mountainous terrain, students of Barangay Bonbon have difficulty in accessing modern and up-to-date educational materials. Like the farmers in their barangay, the students also had to travel to the city just to be able to study and research for their school work. A burdensome task, especially for those who live in a tight budget. Like fourth-year college student Joy Maternal.
Yung ginagawa ko po ay pumupunta ako sa city po. Tapos, doon ako pupunta sa mga cafe o kaya sa mga internetan na. Doon kami nagre-research. Tapos, wala po talaga kaming means of doing research here sa barangay namin.
Aside from the tiring commute to the city, the pressure of schoolwork also gets to Joy. Having no mobile reception and internet at home makes it all the more difficult for her, especially with projects that have a deadline.
Yung sa napagdanan ko po, para talaga akong nagkaroon ng isang, malapit ko na talaga matatawag na mental breakdown. Kasi nung third year po ako, time kasi yun na research namin. Tapos kapag gagawa ka ng research o kaya gagawa ka ng thesis, kailangan mo talaga maghanap ng maraming readings. Tapos sa situation ko po, wala kaming means dito sa barangay. Yun talaga, mahirap po talaga. Tapos yung kapag napapagalitan ka na ng iyong mga teachers, but wala pa ito, malapit na yung deadline. Iniisip na lang po, tapos yung bahala na attitude.
Thanks to the internet connection provided by the newly constructed cell site at Barangay Bonbon, students like Joy can now be as competitive with her schoolwork just like her classmates in the city.
Pagdating ng Globe, makaka-use na kami ng Messenger. So through Messenger, we can talk with them. Tapos kapag may mga deadlines na, mas madali na. Kapag may mga reports na dapat namin ipapas,
Access to fast, reliable, and modern internet is now a basic human right. That's why the telecommunications company remains committed with their mission of connecting every Filipino homes to the world through first world internet service, especially those who are underserved.
Many of the innovations have to do with what can I do with a mobile phone that improves my lifestyle, because now it's all digital. There's a lot of innovation with respect to all of those applications. So Globe itself is part of that startup community, and we want to have a really good ecosystem on innovation around that. What we do is we try to encourage people to use smartphones. 5G promises a radically different architecture, a very different way of doing things in the network, and there's a tremendous amount of innovation going on there. We have been preparing since last year to get into the 5G world. In fact, we promised to do that by the end of May. So it really cuts across the ecosystem, and we are an active participant in that ecosystem.